Last full day in Oregon. You know how we started off. Let's go get our breakfast. I'm on record, I'm not the biggest fan of being up here, but you have to admit, the views are pretty spectacular and beautiful. This is kind of a weird, corny statement, but the historian in me has to say it. Like, just navigating the roads up here is ridiculous. I can't even imagine Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea up here navigating it without pre-made roads. Weird thing, but it's also like 6 a.m. Decided to utilize the wide angle lens and like a Cybertruck. I decided since it's my last day, I'm just gonna rest and relax a little bit and go check out the river. Hey, there's my hotel. I'm gonna be the first to say, I feel bad that we didn't accomplish nearly as much as we wanted to on this trip for my dad, but it was also a nice little break that allowed me to kind of reset a little bit. Let me explain. It's kind of cool and serene how the river is here. Just sitting back in the room, watching the river flow. This river runs through all of Oregon pretty much. When you're in Portland, driving all the way down, you cross it like 4 times because it zigzags back and forth. But it's just really peaceful and I can really dig that. I feel really down today. I missed my wife, missed the kids. Kind of just want to go home. But like I said, last day of getting stuff done for my dad. We're gonna go have dinner tonight, hopefully. I'm still not fully on board that he's not going to try and cancel or get out of it because he doesn't like to leave this little town, and he also really doesn't like to leave his little travel trailer. But we're going to try out a really nice, fancy, like old world type steakhouse that's out there. Even though I think it was actually built in the 90s. Now, I don't know, I have to do some more research, but it's the one that everyone recommended and is one that all the trip blogs recommend as well. I'm just going to sit out here for a few minutes. And like I said, let me explain a couple things. Truth be told, I don't know how much help this trip has actually been for my dad. I know it's been a little helpful for me just to get away and like really not have anything going on. Kind of doing what I want to do each and every day. Don't get me wrong, what I've been doing is still stuff for him, but I'm not in a time crunch. I'm not on a schedule. I don't have my phone blowing up every 5 seconds with someone calling, whether it's work or whatever. Although I did check my work phone this morning. Since 2 days ago, I have 985 missed text messages. That's a lot. Only 3 missed calls though, that's not bad. Like I say, it's been a nice little getaway, but at the same time, I'm ready to be home. I'm feeling a little down, knowing that in like 3 weeks, I'm having my surgery. And one thing my doctor did ask me if I noticed any like drainage or discharge coming out, and the answer was no. But since I've been here, I've now had 2 mornings where I woke up and I've had dots of, looks like drainage. So something's going on there. I'm not afraid of a whole lot. I'm definitely not a fan in the slightest of the unknown. Like, if something's wrong, tell me what's wrong, let's cut it out. In this case, we know where the problem is, we don't know what's causing it. And truth be told, there's not really a problem. I'm asymptomatic. You know, all the stuff that's normal warning signs for any kind of situations like this, whether it's pain, whether it's drainage, whether it's hearing loss, things like that, that's all been a part of my life since I've been like 12. So if there is pain, it's not new. If there is drainage, I haven't seen it. If there's hearing loss, I wouldn't know because I'm 90+% deaf in that ear anyway. Ugh. Like I said, it is pretty here. I'll give it that. So now what I'm gonna do, head over to my dad's place, put together a little metal traveling cart I got for him to put his generator on. And that's technically the only thing I have planned today. Ooh, plane, a little crop duster. Knowing him, he's probably not up and ready yet because he keeps very odd hours due to some issues. So right now I normally head over to his place, but I doubt he's up and ready yet. It is, at this time now, it's 9 a.m. I doubt he's up and ready. I don't want to waste any of the day because it is my last day before travel again. There is actually a heritage museum here in Independence, Oregon I kind of want to go check out because I'm a museum kid. I love that type of stuff. If you're going to travel somewhere, get to know the area. Other than that, I have no idea what's going on today besides dinner. I guess we'll find out together. If not, you'll never see this video. One thing I want to do tomorrow before I leave is give you guys a full hotel tour. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of having to come up here, and it's more the reasons I have to come up here that I'm not a fan of. But this is by far one of the best hotels I have ever stayed at. price-wise, it's a little pricey considering the area, but you look at the prices in nearby Salem for like, you know, comfort inns, quality inns, like, you know, mid-range, you know, budget-friendly hotels, it's the same cost. And the breakfast they have here, as you've seen from my last few videos, is top-notch. So yeah, I want to do a full hotel tour. Yeah, so the people I just filmed, they were messing with that Cybertruck, literally were just banging on it, knocking on it. The lady was trying to roll back the top, or the canopy part in the back, and then they kind of just shrugged, and they were just talking about all the different features on it, and then got in their Audi and left. So I don't even think they knew whose truck that was. They just walked over and started like smacking on it. Well, right now I'm gonna go get my dad some breakfast at almost 11 a.m. because I just talked to him and he just woke up. And head over there to help put together this thing I have in my back seat for him and his generator. I really don't think today is going to be like crazy busy or exciting, unfortunately. But that's not the whole purpose of this trip. This isn't a real vacation. This isn't a vacation at all. This is more of a glorified work trip in which I'm receiving no compensation. Okay, so heading over there right now. Well, we're heading to the airport, which I just discovered that Independence has a small regional airport, because that's where the cafe is for the food he wants, because he said he's been desperately craving some biscuits and gravy, which, as a huge fan of biscuits and gravy, I can't complain. And the cool part is, now we're actually able to drive down this road that was completely blocked off due to that fiesta the last few days. Alright guys, next stop, the airport-ish. And I do gotta tell you, I rented a 2024 Nissan Altima. Well, that's what they gave me at Enterprise. This car I'm not a fan of. It is making weird noises. The brakes already feel kind of odd. Like, if you're looking to buy a new car this year, I'd be hard pressed to recommend a Nissan Altima. But you know what? It's what they had. As long as it gets me from A to B, no complaints. It's not like I got to keep it or anything. Presumably this is it. Yep, yeah, okay, I can see the sign now. This is literally right next to a little regional airport. I mean, there's airplane hangars right there next to me. All right, let's go see what they do to-go orders and take it from there. I have to say, I looked at their website before coming here because, so shockingly enough, they have their own website. The pictures of the food looks phenomenal. So too bad I didn't discover this place earlier. But like I said, I get free breakfasts. So what's the point? Oh, it looks like they do to-go orders. So that guy has lots of to-go buckets. Metavision. Got the biscuits and gravy, and I realized something. I really don't know my dad at all. So they asked me how they wanted the eggs. I was like, I don't know. Okay, do you want bacon or sausage? I don't know if he likes bacon or sausage. Let's go sausage. So hopefully that's not wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, he just wanted biscuits and gravy. We got him that. Let's see how the rest of it goes. I don't use these nearly often enough. Maybe I should do it more. Let's see how this turned out. Well, here we are. And this is the trailer I've always talked about. I'm putting together this wagon for my dad's generator to sit on, and it just occurred to me, shouldn't it be the dad putting together the wagon for the kid, not the other way around? By the way, whoever designed this, I don't like them. Voila. I'm sweaty now. So it's actually been a couple hours since I finished doing everything over at my dad's. I got the steel wagon put together. I got the generator, the 250 plus pound generator, moved over onto the platform, and it worked out exactly like I hoped it would, so that's good. I did record it. I used my Meta Ray-Bans to record all of it because I was, very hands full, not able to, work a camera and do what I needed to do. But now I'm running into an issue where it's connected to my phone, it's playing music, taking calls, taking all that stuff, it's doing everything it's supposed to, except the app says there's no device in there. I've been trying to repair it, but either with my iPad or my phone, it doesn't recognize a device to pair it. I mean, it does regular Bluetooth just fine, just not the pairing element for the device itself to transfer all the stuff. It's a little annoying, so I'm picking up the video now. We're supposed to go have dinner at Rudy's Steakhouse in Salem, Oregon tonight. However, plans have sort of changed, like I predicted they kind of would this morning. But in this case, I completely get and understand. My dad, his health, like I said a million times and all that, is just pretty awful right now. Like, I'm going through my health problems, but his are much worse, it feels like. So just him climbing up the 3 stairs into his travel trailer just zonked him. And then he took his medication for the night, like I called him when I got back to my hotel as I went to take a shower because I was just completely covered in oil and grease and gas and everything from working on a generator. I said, hey, if you want to cancel or go somewhere else, that's perfectly fine. They told me how it did take a lot out of him getting up those stairs. His leg needs to get fixed, his prosthetic leg. And yeah, he wanted me just to go and eat something, then we'll, quote, hook up later and find something to do. I won't give you the full details of that conversation because it wouldn't be appropriate for me to do that because there was some arguing-ish involved that was pretty mean on my part, but needed to be said. So I called my wife and said I'm having a moral dilemma. I talked to my sister too. I really want to go to the Steakhouse still, but I totally get why he doesn't want to go, and I'm not going to force him because lots of underlying circumstances. I get why he doesn't want to go, and why I don't want to force him to go at this point. They both told me I should still go, so I'm heading there right now. I'm really excited because I could definitely use a good meal. I haven't had a quality, solid meal since I've been in Oregon. I don't know, it's going to be interesting. Next stop, Rudy's Steakhouse in Salem, Oregon. There's been an interesting development. I'm here about 30 minutes early because I didn't know what parking was going to be like. Turned out parking was awesome. And I got some time to kill. I'm looking down at the signs across and I saw something that caught my eye. It says tabletop games, cards, and comics. I think it's gonna be worth my time. Saw a father and son just walk out of there, and he had a Harry Potter one, and the kid had a bunch of cards. So let's check it out. So definitely everything tabletop gaming and stuff like that. Comics was a small section in back that was not organized or cared for. It was, you can tell they just bought a bunch of comics in and said, hey, we can sell these. But it's worth checking out. I didn't even know that place existed. Now, cross the street to go to our reservations to get dinner. Well, it looks like we're going in the right direction somewhat, but according to the maps, it's still down this way. Oh, here we go. I was really excited about my dinner tonight. I've never heard of Rudy's Steakhouse before, so I was really going into this blind. I have to say the ambience right off the top was fantastic. This is a place I can see myself coming and just hanging out with some good friends. First, looking at the menu, I was impressed that it was a smaller menu. It had a few items, which means they usually do them really well. The problem with that is they were really expensively done well. But the drink menu was actually the opposite. It was really long and sprawling and had lots of great local and national options. So if you can't find a drink here, you can't find a drink anywhere. The bread was okay. The bread smelled good. It was nice and fluffy. You can tell it was fresh. The butter that went inside was garlic and tasted okay. The bread was good, but nothing to call home about. What you can call home about, though, is this salad. I cannot believe it. It's just a regular Caesar salad, but it was so good. It was by far my favorite part of the whole meal, and that's saying a lot considering I ordered one of their most expensive items, that ribeye you're about to see right now. The ribeye was ordered at medium rare, which is important to say because it did not come out as a medium rare, but it smelled fantastic. It had asparagus, which is gross. I forgot to tell them no asparagus, but see, it's not medium rare, it's more medium well. Didn't really affect the flavor a whole lot, but you know, I've come to really appreciate a medium rare steak at this point, and it definitely wasn't what I ordered. But to be fair, it still tasted the same, and I'm not that upset. I also got the lobster medallions on the side. And the lobster medallions were, again, just okay. They were cooked in a cognac sauce, which is a nice creamy sauce, but it didn't have a whole lot of flavor to me. But, you know, it is what it is. The baked potato was great. It's an average baked potato, and that's what I had left to take to my dad. The big question, was Rudy's worth it? It was all right. Yeah, I've definitely been to better steakhouses. Had better cuts of meat. I ordered a medium rare. It came back as medium well. But the steak was good. The lobster was okay. The Caesar salad was really good. I would actually recommend that probably more than the steak itself. Just my humble opinion. All in all, I'm glad I did it. It was worth the experience. I got to check out a new quote-unquote comic shop, which didn't really have comics. But I actually purposely didn't finish my food so I could take my dad the rest, because he said he did not want me to bring him a steak or order him a steak, but I figured he wouldn't say no to a pretty decent leftover. All in all, this was an okay trip. I really wish I was able to do more for my dad while I was here. Not for lack of trying. I've grown in as much as I can. I know I can say that. It's not for lack of trying, but you can only do so much without somebody pushing back. I'm glad I ate at Rudy's. I'm glad, you know, I went to I Like Comics. I got to do a couple things here that was relatively fun. I'm glad I did it because life is about the adventures and the experiences. So good times. Now I'm gonna go drop off that food to my dad and go and pack and get ready to leave for tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks for taking a ride with us. Thanks for putting up with my cathartic therapy and just following us on this adventure, or following me on this adventure to Oregon. That was almost bad. I got turned around in the parking structure. There was an arrow pointing the wrong way. Looks like somebody was having some fun. But hey guys, thanks for taking a ride with us. Let's take another ride again soon. Bye bye everybody.